Hi, my name is Catalina Burby and I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I'm here at Blue Phoenix. So I initially was having a lot of issues, neurological issues in particular, with neurological pain, headaches, neck pain, fatigue. I also had neurogenic bladder, which I needed to use a catheter for as I was having a lot of urinary retention and was having difficulty urinating on my own. I also, because of some neck issues, I didn't have hardly any mobility in my left arm, and I was having a lot of immunological issues as well, with a lot of allergic reactions that I was hospitalized for, including ICU hospitalizations with anaphylactic reactions, and just overall a very, very low poor quality of life. Back home in Toronto, I was pretty much bedridden for a whole year. I also had dysautonomia symptoms with like tachycardia and shortness of breath, very, very low exercise intolerance. So that kept me, and along with my other symptoms, pretty much bedbound. So I started seeking some alternative treatments that in Canada weren't available. So the stem cells was one of them. They currently in Canada, they're still at the clinical trial stage, so it wasn't available as a treatment option for me. But I was pretty much at the point where I had given up and I needed to really branch out and look for another treatment plan for myself. Internet research led me to find Blue Phoenix. I had reached out to them, and again, their communication was just impeccable. They were really great at answering all of my questions, calming any fears or doubts that I had, and not to mention they were also extremely thorough, as my case was a little bit more complicated than the normal case. So they reached out to other specialists, neurologists, anesthesiologists, the stem cell lab team, to make sure that I had the right treatment for all of my symptoms. When we arrived here, everybody was just so warm and welcoming, and you could tell that they just genuinely cared about your well-being and about your healing journey. So that to me made a huge difference. They were always checking up on me, reaching out and seeing how I was doing every day of the treatment, and you just genuinely felt like the warmth and compassion from the whole team. I'm feeling great. It definitely has changed my life. I went from being bedridden to having energy to being able to spend the day out with my husband. My bladder issues, within the first few days after the stem cell treatment, my bladder started working again. I'm at the point now where I don't need the catheter anymore, and that has been for me the single greatest benefit and improvement into my quality of life. I also regained movement in my left arm. I have less nerve pain, no headaches, more energy. I haven't had any allergic reactions or immunological issues since the stem cells. I'm still dealing with a bit of the tachycardia and exercise intolerance, but overall, after the stem cells, it's literally changed my life. Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely worth the investment in yourself. It's definitely worth the investment in your health. I know for me, it definitely changed my life in Canada, the doctors had given up hope for me. We were looking, unfortunately, they have a MAID program, which is medical assistant in dying. So I had talked to my doctor about that option, just because my quality of life was so poor. So for me to go from that to this, I know I had given up hope and they gave it back to me. So I think if you're at that point where you just don't know what else to do, that you definitely need to explore and try Blue